seems to quiver and cool, as if disturbed by some presence. An invisible, formless, welcoming presence.
Child. You know me just as I know you, Shadowheart. I am with you always. In your thoughts, your deeds, in your dreams. Indeed. Welcome. It has been a long road to bring you back to me. But there is more I need of you. Listen closely. This is my sacred proving ground. This is where you shall show me just how much you love me. Then I can embrace you, elevate you, reveal you to your true purpose. Like the dark justiciars of old, you must journey to my innermost sanctum and make a sacrifice in my name. You will become my voice made flesh, to command all who bow to me. Seek out the library. It houses more than just knowledge. Find the Spear of Night. Wield it to make your sacrifice. You are ready. You were born for this. Now forth. Make me proud.
Closer to finishing Lady Shah's gauntlet.
Yes?
My faith protects me. This must be where initiates undertook their final preparations.
You show
The end is near.
potential. Do not falter now. One test awaits. Descend to the night soul. Make a sacrifice. Rise again. A dark justiciar.
Almost there. I will not fail you, my lady.
Oakfather preserve you. Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. Some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt. No matter how long I live, I will always strive to remain a keen pupil. Only a fool would think he could drink in all knowledge until none is left. There is always more. Nature's tapestry is infinitely complex. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Would she have helped the refugees? Defended the Grove? Controlled Korga? At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal. Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. But the Absolute is a threat to all, and I promised I'd help you with your parasite. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is. I'll help however you wish. Druids and Harpers joined together to put a stop to Ketheric Thorm. We marched on Moonrise, and after much fighting, we prevailed. Even in defeat, though, Ketheric turned to Shah. Not long after we sealed him away in his tomb, the Shadow Curse took hold. No one had seen the likes of it before. No one knew how to react. Then it started to claim all those within its reach. Those who had survived the battles now fell to the shadows, became part of the shadows. And worst of all, I lost contact with Thaniel. I wanted to try and find him, but we couldn't stay. We would have all succumbed. When the Archdruid of the Grove, my predecessor, was seized by the curse, I had to lead the survivors to safety. That was my first day as Archdruid. An inauspicious beginning. Indeed. I know that all too well. Honestly, I'd hoped for more from you, but perhaps things can yet be turned around. It's true, and I can't imagine I helped with that. Sometimes I let the task at hand consume me, and people think I'm obsessed. Trust me, the day I no longer have to talk about the Shadow Curse will be a happy one. What would you like to know? You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in High Forest now, near the shade of the Grandfather Tree. The Grove became my family, with Sylvanas as my teacher. And now I have you. I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding. Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve. I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened. I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Daniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know. Well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey. Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks. You're right. Sometimes I think people look at me and imagine my feelings can't be hurt. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks. Pet ownership is an illusion. Nature's creatures choose their own companions. No one has true mastery over them in the end, as it should be. But it heartens me to learn you and I share the same admiration. Anytime. Your ranks are full. You will need to make an opening for me if I'm with you. Oakfather preserve you. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose.
She was no fun. All I wanted was to play! Boo! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek.
That's him. Like an echo of Thaniel. remolded by the curse. We need him if we're to put a stop to all of this.
Will you play with me? Of course I am. Now you're going to play with me or not? I don't know anyone called that. Don't ask me again. Now play with me. I have a mummy, a daddy, and a doggy. They'll be back in a while, but you're here now, and I want to play. They don't need names. They just need to be mummy and daddy and do what I want. Now play with me, or they'll be angry with you.
The boy doesn't like these questions because he has no real answers, and perhaps no real family.
You shouldn't be nasty. You should just do what I want. It's easier for you that way. She was no fun. All I wanted was to play! Boo! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek.
That's him. Like an echo of Thaniel, remolded by the curse. We need him if we're to put a stop to all of this.
Will you play with me? Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time. Yes, I do. You can't make me do anything. I don't want to play with you anymore.
He's fled. We need to track him down. Wherever the curse is the strongest, that's where he'll go. That's where he'll feel safe.
Need to stay focused.
Fresh orders?
Your command.
Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why can't I just stay here, playing? I had everything I've ever wanted, right here! And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
Be gentle. He's much more than a child. But he doesn't truly know that.
He's nothing to me. He left me here all this time. I had to do everything for myself. Even when it was scary, even when I was alone. I didn't give up. But would he even want me back? I've changed. A lot. So I wouldn't have to be alone anymore. He'd stay with me. Play with me. I'd like that. And he would too, I think. All right, I'll do it. I want to do it.
Well done.
Are you crying? You're a bit big to be crying. But I suppose that's okay. Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
It's done, at last. Soon the land will be unshrouded. We should return to Thaniel when we can.
Ketheric Thorn shown in Selûnite armor. Is there any god that turncoat hasn't bowed to? That's curious. That's curious.
It is done. Now Thaniel will be whole again. I could not have done this without you, my friend. We should return to camp when we can. I must see how Thaniel is faring. With the Oak Father's blessing, the Shadow Curse may soon be no more.
Halsin is one hench elf. I'm impressed. And glad he's on our side.
Yes! We need to go find Damon. I'm going to get a hug. Soon!
No room in your party. What should I do? Let's hop.
A savvy move recruiting Halsin to our cause. While I'm adept at most forms of weave manipulation, druidic magic is not my area of expertise. He will make for a most useful option to have in reserve.
I think I'll enjoy traveling with Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked. Well, obviously I would. But you have so many followers already. Excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on.
Halsin's proved himself a fine ally already. He'll be useful in battle, if those tree trunk arms are an indication.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlach, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business. She came dressed as a novice. Gave me 3 soul coins. Said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for your friend, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? Those could come in handy.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. Do you want the coins or not? First coin's got the soul of a woman named Maveri. She was born to a cruel mother, and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate. Struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Maveri. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
Sure you will. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Karlach's the one set to consume his soul, I hear. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ungir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand. Better hope you can handle what I've got.
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul? Blessed by association, let's say. I come to pay proper respect to a new power. I bow, but the Zhentarim prefer to look their business partners in the eye.
The Zhentarim, a network of merchants and mercenaries known for deep coffers and shallow scruples.
Joaquin's clipped coins, no. Faith is an over-flooded market. Transport, however. These faithful folk need some goods moved into the city. Our ships are obliging. Quietly. You know, you sound less and less like a true believer with every word. But what would I know of faith? I cater to more earthly needs. Better we focus on that, hmm?
That bugbear keeps looking over.
I'm not worthy.
I'll feed him his own
never learned the
loincloth.
words.
Yes, these are our allies, Erna.
She gives
I'll
them
handle
to
the
me
diplomacy.
freeformed.
You just keep looking pretty.
Can you hear her?
Of many hearts, one soul.
The disciple has returned upstairs, but perhaps she'll still see me.
They say the general cannot die. Perhaps that will be the Absolute's gift to us all.
I'm bound for the war camp. I'm no fighter, but perhaps she sees something I do not.
Did the goblins suffer? Rabble like that don't deserve mercy.
I saw it, Trousseau. The army. They're nearly ready. It's nearly time. Us? We are so many, and we are marching to Baldur's Gate as soon as the Absolute gives word. I've never been to battle. I've never been to war. But I feel so calm, ready. The General is inside. I've never seen him so near. It's all happening.
Praise the Absolute. Serve the General.
I caught a glimpse of Ketherick and Sorel. Wouldn't have the gumption to stick my nose in, like you did, mind.
I heard you put in a good word for our mates. Cheers. You're the best true soul I ever met. Heard a rumor some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the General doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would. Times are changing fast. Glad I'm here to see it.
Hey, soldier.
Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
The eye focuses on you, taking in every detail of your appearance. It simply watches you.
In her name.